I'm telling you, it's lights out.
Julian Edelman joined Sports Illustrated on behalf of Tostitos to chat Patriots, Drake Maye, Tom Brady, and his thoughts on broadcasting. You're still very involved in the football world, right? And I know that you played with Jerod Mayo for several seasons with the Patriots. So I just would love to get your thoughts. You know, how do you think he's adjusted into this new role as head coach?
I think he's been doing a great job, man. Like, he's following one of the greatest coaches of all time. He's dealing with a young quarterback situation. He's dealing with, you know, a roster that is still trying to learn themselves, still trying to get over the hump in a lot of positions. Defense looks really killer. They just don't have the explosion or the offensive line to keep it going. But he's doing a great job of showing these guys that, like, hey, if we go in there, we play the game that we have to play to win. You know, we can win a game. And they showed that against Cincinnati now. It's been a little different these last couple weeks. But you know, this ain't an easy situation to just jump into. So they got to continue to chip away at the things they need to get better at, which is a lot of things. But as long as they can continue to try to find improvement week in and week out, you know, which I know Jerod's harping that, then, you know, they're going to be all right.
What are your thoughts on the quarterback situation? Because obviously the offensive line has been struggling, but do you agree with the choice to stick with Jacoby Brissett?
I mean, I'm not in the building right now, but if they think that, I do agree with it, because you can't put Drake in there until you see that he's ready. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter what the people say in the North End or in Southie. It doesn't matter what the people say in Rhode Island. It matters about the people in that building watching practice and seeing how things are being executed every single day by both quarterbacks. And I guarantee you that Jacoby's giving Drake Maye a great example of how to be a professional quarterback, how to handle the meeting room, how to handle the huddle, how to be able to call a play, a personnel group, go to the line of scrimmage, identify the defense, identify the offensive line, identify the safeties, be able to see all your players are set. Like, being able to operate is a lot for a young quarterback. I think they're handling it right. When they feel it's ready and when they see that Drake is ready, they'll probably put him in. But right now, Jacoby's not doing anything wrong. They got to worry about their offensive line. We got to be able to protect them, and they're banged up there. You know, right. So, you know, that's you can't just you're going to throw a kid in that barely knows how to communicate a play into, you know, having guys down your throat as soon as you drop back. Now, Jacoby's been handling that, and he's been a tough player, and he's not putting his team in crazy, crazy bad situations. So I think they're handling it right.
Yeah, I love your point about Drake Maye. And also, I think there is so much value in sitting back and kind of waiting your turn and learning from veteran guys. I mean, you see guys kind of get thrown in the fire a little bit too early or into not great situations. I mean, you take a look at what happened with Bryce Young and so many other guys. So I definitely think there is something to that point. I do want to ask you about the former Patriots, because you guys are all over the place. We got Tom Brady in the booth. We got Danny on Dancing with the Stars. You're very busy as well. Let's start with Brady, though. How do you feel like his transition into broadcasting has been?
I think it's been going great, man. Like, he's never done it. And he's done the Patriot thing where he continues to improve each week, and you could tell he's getting a lot more comfortable. So, you know, just like a rookie quarterback going into the league, learning operations of how things go, timing, chemistry, you know, that's what Brady's doing. So I think he's been doing great. His insight is awesome. What does he give, an A+ throw? His little grading throws is kind of funny. So that's probably actually genius if you think about it, because then everyone in the comment sections of these cut-ups and be like, that's not an A. So they'll talk about, is it an A throw or is it not an A throw? So, yeah, you know, I think he's doing good. Could
you ever see yourself getting in the booth? I know you're part of the Fox family.
You know, I've never really thought about it. I like the studio work. It's fun being able to go to work and get to see Charles Woodson and Mike Vick and Carissa and Peter and the other crew, you know, Howie, Terry, Mike, and Gronk, yeah. Coach. So, like, it's been fun. You get that locker room environment. I'd be lying if I said I haven't tried, like, you know, my house when, like, you're sitting there by yourself, like, oh man, I could have brought out this little situation right here, a little story right here. I'd probably be completely different. I would be a different type of guy where I'd be telling you stories about certain situations that, like, would probably try to make people laugh, but there'd be real situations. So I don't know. I probably would never do it.
I think you'd be great though. You're a pretty funny guy. You can always put humor up in the booth a little bit, you know. Have you watched Danny on Dancing with the Stars? What do you think?
I have. I think he's been
What do you
killing
think
it.
of his dance moves?
I think he's been doing great, man. It's been fun to watch because I know how he doesn't like that kind of stuff. And I'm so like super proud of him because he's stepping out of his comfort zone, even though this is his second reality show. He doesn't really like this kind of stuff. So, to see him go out there, he's been cutting the rug. He's been doing good.
Yeah, he has. I'm really surprised, honestly, that he's like one of the first one out of your guys' group to do it. I would have thought Gronk would have gotten in there by now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, well, final question for you. This is probably the toughest one. It's obviously a hypothetical, but who do you think would go further on Dancing with the Stars? Tom Brady, Gronk, or Belichick?
Coach immediately out. We're not gonna even try to sugarcoat that one.
I don't know. People might vote for him because they want to see him dance.
Okay. he can't dance. Okay, the guy can't dance. Tom, he'd be in there practicing 18 hours a day, getting his little choreography going, and he'd probably be pretty decent at it. And he's so tall and stuff, he'd probably look like a good ballroom dancer. But I think you got to go with Rob. Rob wins. I mean, he'd be having fun. Shirt would be off half the time. I'm pretty sure he might even go into a Speedo one of those times. Like he would do anything to get the crowd going. Rob, without a doubt.
As you can see by the bags behind his head, Julian has teamed up with Tostitos.
What are you talking about?
Oh wait, I always have chips behind me? You don't say.
Well, they're not chips. Clearly, you didn't hear the memo. You didn't see the trend going around salsa cereal?
No, I do know the trend. So yeah, salsa cereal. Why don't we start?
That's what we're doing right now. I partner up with Tostitos to get this trend to the mass amount of public everywhere. Everyone in the world's gonna learn about this. And it's a cool thing that I tried on the set of our commercials that we were making. What better way to have chips and salsa than like eating it like a cereal? Because you can't have football without Tostitos. And when you're watching football and doing chips and dip, have you ever noticed you take, to get the max amount of salsa on your chip, you always look at the chip and the dip and your eyes are off the TV.
I do.
I was like, why don't we just get crazy and try this little trend? And that's what we did. So everyone that goes to Tostitos and follows, likes, and comments will have an opportunity to win some salsa cereal. I'm telling you, it's lights out.